Happy New Year! Happy New Year, guys! Happy New Year! I'm so excited. Super excited. Why? Because we made it. We made it. Isn't that enough reason to be excited? I am super excited and I am so grateful on your behalf. The fact that you're listening to me, you're watching me right now, it means that you made it. And I am just so grateful and thankful to God that you made it. Yay! Can you feel my joy? Can you feel my excitement? Can you feel it? Because I definitely, I can't really explain it with words, but I am just so grateful. And I would just like to say, Happy New Year, Aku Odu. Oh, yes, this is the year 2026. I know, right? And the baffling thing, it's already 2nd of January. It's already 2nd of January. Can you beat that? I mean, when was it we said Happy New Year? And before you know it, yes, Aku Yedu, Aku Odu, Aku Yedu. I'm super excited. I am super excited. So, welcome to Real Women, Real Talk. Of course, I am your host, Kiki Okewale. Odunayola. For those of you that speak Yoruba, Odunayola. For those of you that don't speak Yoruba, it means it's going to be a beautiful year. It's going to be a happy year. Lines will fall for us all in pleasant places. 2026 was our year. In our church, we always call things sport. So, like I've been saying, 2026 was a great year since 2025. 2026 was a great year. 2026 was a phenomenal year. 2026 was the year I became a trillionaire. 2026 was the year lines fell for me in pleasant places. What is 2026 to you? You should start like prophesying it, start sticking it to the walls. Don't wait until those things happen. Call them forth. 2026 was the year you started that business that boomed. Boom! And everyone was talking about it, and everyone was just saying, this business is this. 2026 was the year you delivered or you got pregnant. For those of you that getting pregnant is what is paramount in your heart right now, 2026 was that year. You got pregnant, you delivered your baby. 2026 was that year that you traveled the world. You've always wanted to explore, right? 2026 was the year that you traveled the world and explored. 2026 was what do you want 2026 to be? I don't know. I can only speak for myself, right? 2026 was the year you didn't have to visit the hospital. You were not sick. Your body, everything was working, right? Nothing failed you this 2026. 2026 was the year that you asked and you received. You knocked and the door was open. 2026 was that year that, I mean, what is it? Type it in the comment section if you're watching me on social media. And if you're listening via the radio, you better phone in to tell me what your 2026 was. Absolutely. If you're just joining and you're like, which one is this? So what it to be? It's just 2 days and they're already saying was. Well, we call it forth. And I just believe that God will grant our heart desire. So what was 2026 for you? Just imagine that you're in 2027 January and they're telling you what 2026 was. What do you want 2026 to be? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. I just said a whole lot of things right now, right? All right, so it's the first Friday of the year 2026. Can you feel it? That energy in the air. Can you feel it? Everyone's excited. Everyone's hopeful. Everyone's making promises to themselves. And I love that. I love it. I really do. But there's a but. There's a but because I don't know if we're going to end this radio program today being friends because you'll be like, Kiki, why are you saying the truth? You know how they say that when two friends go into a room and they come out smiling, they haven't said the truth to themselves. All right, so uh, Bo Anna, I don't want to mother that name. Anna says 2026 was the year I grew stronger. wiser and better spiritually and naturally. Now that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. What was 2026 for you? Keep typing. I will keep reading it out. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. 2026 was the year. It was just good news all around me. It was just good news all around me, right? That's what 2026 was. All right. So as I was saying, there's a but. There's a but. I'm sure everyone on your timeline right now is chaos. I've seen so many things. I'm like, hey Joe, please take it easy. We're not changing who we are in 2026 because it's not like every January 21, you're going to forget everything that has happened. You're going to forget everything you have done and you want to become a new creature. No. Why is it that everywhere I'm just seeing 2026, this 2020, 20, let's calm down. Okay? Because our timeline, in fact, today I said I'm going to go off social media. Let me just do social media fasting because there are so many. If you want to make it in 2026, if you want to do the habit that should not follow you, if you want, calm down. Just come and take it easy because nobody has lived 2026. We're all living this life for the very first time, right? Modupe says 2026 was my year of spiritual growth and open doors. Yay! Our church, they said 2026 is our year of expansion. Who's claiming it? Who's claiming the year of expansion? I definitely am claiming it because expansion is my will this year. And I know that God's will be done in my life, right? So 2026 was the year that I expanded beyond my wildest imagination. All right. So I was talking about everywhere on your timeline right now is chaos. New year, new me everywhere. People swearing this and that. Every year, you just come. You know what's funny? Deres Damola says, it is my year of expansion. I claim it for you as well. So my daughter told me something last at the end of the year, like maybe a few days to crossover. She said, Mommy, I'm not going to be writing all this resolution thing. I'm like, what happened? She's like, I write it, but I never get to do it. It's so embarrassing. It's so what we do in our house, right, at the end of the year is we don't call it a resolution. We just, list out some things that we really want to do. And then at the end of the year, we come back and we talk about what we've done, what we haven't done. So she was feeling so pressured. Like everybody's going to be talking about what they've done. I mean, she did do some, but she didn't do some. So I've already started seeing so many people swearing this and that. Modupe says 2026 was my year of expansion in all ramifications. I claim it in Jesus' name. I claim it for you as well. All right. And look, maybe it is. I mean, 2026 is our year. It's going to be, in fact, I said in the podcast today, I said it's 2026 is our day, it's our month, it's our year, it's our everything. But what people don't talk about are the practical things we need to do to make it our year, right? So I've been thinking, what if we've been lied to about that fresh start? I mean, truthfully, if it's a new year, does it truthfully mean it's a new start? I feel like we're rolling over. We're rolling over. Like, we're not going to start a new business. We're rolling over. So while we are in 2026, let's talk about some things I want you to know. You don't need to become a completely different person to have a good year. You really don't, honestly. Sometimes you just need to figure out what to stop doing or what to start doing. So this evening, we're talking about what needs to go. What needs to go? What do you think needs to go? Be honest with yourself. What do you need? I know, we know the truth, right? What do we need to go, to let go? So we're pulling back the curtains, right? On some lies that we've been sold. Yes, we're rolling over. Yes, Okpedoni says, yes, we're rolling over. That's what it is. Because, like, anyway, we'll get to that. And I'm sharing 3 things I am not doing this year, right? And trust me, letting go of them might be the best decision for me. Now, you have to come up with what is it? You are 2025. And at the end of 2025, I know everybody I've known in this world would say, oh, I didn't do this or I did this. Oh, I wish I did that, right? Let's be gentle with ourselves. Let's be kind with ourselves. Let's be realistic with ourselves, because a lot of times we drop some. My son said to me today, Mommy, remember, one of my goals for 2026 is to start my YouTube channel. And that was practical for me. Yes, why not? What are you going to be doing on your YouTube? I'm going to teach people how to do XYZ. All right, that makes sense. And then he blew it with, and I want to eat. All right, so before you come to me and say, oh, anything is possible, I know. Take it easy. I know. I believe. But sometimes let's be realistic, right? My son wants to have 100,000 subscribers in 1 year. He's not producing movie. Okpeduni says, one thing I need to let go. I'm enjoying this radio program already because you guys are really like opening up. Okpeduni says, one thing I need to let go is not showing up. Shyness. This shyness. This shyness. We're going to talk about it. You got to let it go. Okay? All right. So I said to my son, I mean, yes, I understand. You would start your YouTube page, but aren't you putting yourself under undue pressure? Because you have school to go to. You're 10-year-old, right? You're going to go to school. You're going to do your assignment. I mean, 100,000. So I don't want you to feel disappointed at the end of the year. I mean, be realistic. Give yourself, I don't know, but that made me laugh today. And it just really made me think. A lot of us set those gigantic goals that we know that they're not realistic. Now, this is not the part where they say if your dreams don't scare you, they are not big enough. There are some dreams that they scare you, even if you don't eat it or even if you eat it. But there are some. My son wants to start his YouTube and have 100,000 followers. I asked him to be more realistic, and there's nothing wrong with that. So please, maybe we have to be kind to ourselves as well. So like I said, I'm going to be sharing the 3 things because I learned that the most powerful move isn't always doing more. A lot of times we think doing more is about doing more, is about doing more. No, it's not always about doing more. Sometimes it's knowing what to leave behind. So this evening, we're talking about New Year, fresh start. But we're talking about what nobody tells you. But first, you already know what's coming, right? Let's play one of my favorite songs. This year, I have to look for a new song because you guys already know Tatiana Mano is like, you already know this like you. So don't worry. By next week, I'm going to find a new song that's going to be my song for the year because Tatiana Mano has been coming back to back for the past 2 years that I started this radio show. Yes, it's time to leave some things behind. But before that, let's enjoy Like You by Tatiana Manois. I will be right back. Enjoy.
You gotta get up. You gotta get up and make a move. 'Cause the world will never see you until you do. No, they don't really care what you're going through. So you gotta show them, baby. You gotta show them the real you. You gotta give them what you've got. No, don't let them see what you're not. 'Cause you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can't be perfect, baby. 'Cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, 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 there's nobody in the world like you. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And you know nobody knows how you feel. 'Cause everybody's got their own damn problem. So everybody's trying to find their way. And day by day is a struggle. In this world, you know you have to hustle. Just know that you're not alone. You don't always have to be strong all by yourself. I said it's okay to ask for help. Now listen. People will find you, but they don't define you. people who help redesign you. People will find you, but they don't define you.
And you will find people. Oh wow. I wish I can play the entire song, right? I really wish. But I love the song so much. But this year I'm going to look for a new I'm going to look for a new one. If you're just joining, welcome back. This is Real Women, Real Talk. And yeah, it's a new year. It's our first radio show for the year. It's the first Friday of the year. If you're just joining, I am wishing you a very beautiful 2026. And I pray that this year lines will fall for you in pleasant places. I pray that your dreams will come through. And we're saying, welcome, welcome, welcome to Real Women, Real Talk. Now, let's go to our quote for the day. You know how it is, right? I always have to have a quote. My quote today is from Pema Chodron, right? The truth you believe and cling to makes you unavailable to hear anything new. I'll take that again. Write that down. The truth you believe, you know when you believe something is the truth, right? You cling to it. And when you cling to it, it makes you unavailable to hear anything new. Absolutely. Sometimes letting things go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on. That is from Tole. Sometimes letting things go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on to it. Sometimes we are hanging on to. We are holding on to things we have no business holding on to. Anywho, January 1st happened. And if you open any social media app that day, you saw it. The declarations, the New Year me post, right? And maybe you felt something when you saw all of that. Maybe you felt excited. Maybe you felt motivated. Or maybe, just maybe, you felt that pressure that, oh no, I should be doing something too. I should write my own New Year resolution. I should create my own um, mood board, or what do they call this? Vision board. Maybe you felt it. That small spirit of pressure, because that's what happens every January, right? This collective agreement that we all need to become someone else, that we all need to become a different person, that we all need to be a better person, that we all need to be a more disciplined person, that we all need to start that thing. Most New Year's resolution don't last past February. And that's not being negative. That's just what happens. I mean, I sat about 10 people down who were suckers for New Year resolutions, and the momentum drops. Most people give up within weeks. And it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they lack the willpower. It's because the whole idea of New Year, new me is kind of not real. Because it's a new year, why must it be a new you? Let's be realistic. You don't become a new person on the 1st of January, do you? You're still you. You wake up with the same body. You wake up with the same life. You wake up with the same responsibilities. You wake up with the same struggles that you had December 31st. Please, if anybody slept December 31st, woke up the new year and had a new body, or all the responsibilities were off their neck. No, that is not realistic. So when someone tells you suddenly to completely overhaul your diet or start 3 new habits all at once, you're not set up to succeed. And that's why a lot of us we get carried away along the line, because this whole thing was not set up for us to succeed. You're set up to feel like failure where you can't maintain it. How many of you listening to me right now, I'm talking to you, listening to me right now, felt like a failure when maybe you set a goal at the beginning of the year and you couldn't achieve it, and you started telling yourself, oh, other people are doing this, why can't I? I'm a failure, I failed at this, I don't have the willpower, maybe I'm not as strong as I thought, maybe I'm not as courageous as I thought. Yes, Okwaduni says, yes, so much excitement, but one thing I picked from it is to be more intentional. Absolutely. It's the intentionality that makes the difference. It's not about the long list. It's not about the long list. And I'm not saying that don't have goals, because trust me, I do have goals. I'm not saying you shouldn't want to grow, or you shouldn't want to change some things you know needs change in your life. I'm saying maybe we're thinking about this the entire wrong way. The pressure you put on yourself from January 1, and then Dearest Damola says, I do feel like that a lot of time. Because the pressure is too much, and before you know it, you're feeling like a failure. So maybe fresh start, like January 1, isn't always about becoming someone completely different. Maybe they're about looking at what's already in your life and asking, what here isn't working? So let's do an overhaul. What didn't work last year? For example, if you're a business person, let's say, for example, you sell ready to wear. I'm just going to use that as an example. What kind of your pieces last year sold? And then how can you make it do even better? What didn't work last year that you need to let go of? A lot of times we're holding on tightly. I'm holding on to a bottle of water right now. And if I don't put it down, there's no way for me to take something else. So let's say I use one hand to hold water. I use one hand to hold a phone. How am I going to be able to hold on to something else? What didn't work? Did the water serve me last year? Did the phone serve me last year? What isn't working? So maybe the new year, it's about looking at what isn't working, what didn't work. What drained you last year? What drained you last year? Modupe says, I do feel like that too, but I wave it off by saying I'm not in competition with anybody and I move on. That is awesome. That is awesome. Some of you have the willpower. Some people don't even have the willpower to look at other people and move on. There's so something to this thing about the pace. So the question is, what drained me last year? What am I doing, or what was I doing just because I felt I should? Because I was pressured to it, because my friends were doing it, because social media said it was okay. What are the things you know that you need to let go of? You know it. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do isn't adding more to your plate. It is removing what's been weighing you down. I remember clearly how doing bespoke, sewing bespoke was weighing me down. My husband would look at me and say that, if this sewing of bespoke does not kill you, you will kill it. One of it will kill each other. Because I'll be on vacation and I'll be screaming, I'll be shouting. I knew it was weighing me down. I knew it wasn't serving me. And that's just me. I wasn't even charging my water anyways, but I kept holding on to it. Oh, it helps my fabric. People buy fabric. Hello, I've stopped it for almost 3 years now. People are still buying fabric. People are still buying. But I was holding it. And until I let go before I could really focus on the ready-to-wear part. What am I saying? The most powerful thing you can do sometimes isn't always adding more to your plate. It is removing what has been weighing you down. Write this down. This is important. So let's talk about them. Not because you should do what I'm doing. You have to do what works for you. Remember, we're not living each other's life. We're not in competition with each other. Do what works for you. But this is a guide, because it will help you think about what you need to let go of. And if you're just tuning in, welcome. This is Real Women, Real Talk with me. I'm your host, Kiki Okewale, and this is Women Radio 91.7. We do this every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. So this evening, we're talking about fresh starts and the things I am leaving behind in 2026. So let me ask you something. When was the last time someone told you that if you're serious about success, you need to wake up at 5 a.m.? In fact, I used to follow a page that was before 5 a.m. and another page that the name was before 6 a.m. And they will talk about all the things you had to do before 5 a.m. If you want to be successful in life, you have to wake up before 5 a.m. If you want to do this in life, you have to wake up before 6 a.m. You have to get up, you have to do your meditation, you have to read a book, you have to do the journaling, you have to do, and that was working for them. Yes. Anna says, I will do what works, not what everyone is doing. Absolutely. I used to follow that page. Wake up before 5 a.m. That was the page. It's still there on Instagram. It has millions of followers. And there's another page before 6 a.m. And I wanted to be really committed, right? I would wake up before 6 a.m. I would set multiple alarms because let me not lie to you. I am not a morning person. I would set up alarm as this one is doing grand. Another, in fact, my husband almost chased me out of the room. And so, and I can hear you gasping, right, Kiki? But honestly, this year, I am not waking up 5 a.m. Yup, I'm not. That's number one. I am not waking up 6 a.m. safe. I am not. And I know that we all have, and that's the point of this radio program today. You have to do what works for you. You see this 5 a.m., 6 a.m. thing about successful people, they wake up before 5 a.m. What time do they sleep? Everybody has the mechanism that works for them. So last year I tried it. I really gave it my best shot. Set multiple alarms, woke up in the dark, tried to journal, did it for 3 weeks, and my sister, my brother, I was exhausted all day. I was irritable. I couldn't focus. By 2 p.m., my brain was already doing, I'm done for the day. Nothing was working. Then one day, remember I said, I'm sharing what I'm not doing. You should create your own what you're not doing. Think about your life. Think about all the baggages you're carrying that you have no business carrying. The things that you're doing because you have heard somebody say that is what you should do to be successful. One day I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw this doctor. And he said something that just clicked for me. He said your body has its own rhythm. Some of us, we are morning people. And some of us, we're night people. You see, at night is when I do all my work. That's just how I'm wired. At night, my brain is functioning, it's working. I can put my proposals together. I can create a 1 week post. I can go on Canva. I can go on my AI apps. My brain, once the kids are in bed, my husband is probably sleeping. I'm just there doing what I need to do. But I try to follow someone else's reading. Because they said if I want to be successful, and I want to be successful. So I said, let me try it. But when you force yourself to go against your reading, you're not being disciplined. You're just making yourself tired. And that's what happened to me. And I'm sitting here like, when I saw that post, finally, someone said it. Finally, it's not about the time you wake up. Because if you sleep late and you wake up early, you're still affecting yourself. And then it showed a research that people who work with their natural rhythm, not go against it, they're more productive, more creative, they're even healthier. That's how I stopped fighting myself. I let myself sleep when my body wanted to sleep. Wake up when I naturally woke up. And guess what? I got more things done than when I was dragging myself out of bed at 5 p.m. Now, if you're a morning person, of course, do what works for you. But here's what it means. I've been trying to fit into somebody else's life. I was trying to fit into someone else's schedule. Like, their 5 a.m. worked for them, so it should work for me too, right? But wrong answer. Mm-mm. Because we were all created differently. And what works for me might not necessarily work for you. So that's the number one thing. If you're trying to call to share with me the things that you know you're going to be doing differently this year, the things you're going to be dropping from last year, the phone lines are open. The number to call is 07000 917 917. I'll take that again, 07000 917 917. Um, please phone in to be a part of the conversation. If you're watching on social media, you can drop your comments. I've been reading all your comments and I love it. So please keep them coming. All right. I'd definitely like to hear from you. We also have a toll-free line. The number is 0800 1235 917. 0800 1235 917. You can also send a text or WhatsApp message on 070 3175 6537 to be a part of this conversation. All right. Don't forget, you can always listen via our website, www.wfm917.com, or download the mobile app, WFM917. I'm going to let us listen to this song, No Turning Back by Gaze Baba. Is one of the songs that topped the chart last year. So it's one of my, I mean, if you watch some of my videos, I played it. It was two songs that was like on my mouth back to back, No Turning Back and Oluwatosi. It was just back to back in my mouth. So we're going to be listening to it. Let's just, I mean, the things that we need to hold on to, let's not turn back on them. But the things we need to leave behind, we better turn back on them. Okay? We better turn back on those things that we know we need to, let go of. So we're going to be enjoying No Turning Back. All right? Let's have it.
Raise your voice and shout. Come on.
Say I don't know road. Every minimum, now they move me, they lead me, they go. On God, mine is made up. Of course, no going back. Non-stop, on 240. Then she gone, hold on me to road. I'm steady, revving, monte throttle. Got eyes on the prize. Babala, any police snatch me from his hand. If I just low, I'll be rito, kakumi, too. That's why I follow.
I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. It's already too late. I've already come this far. Yes, we've come this far. We've come this far, guys. Even on this radio show, we have come this far. I'm super excited. Why am I laughing? Let me just bring you in on why I'm laughing. My PA is making me laugh right now. She sent me a message and it just really put a smile on my face. And it's so weird that when a little kind words can actually impact you. She just sent me a message. She's listening to me and she's like, "You're really good at this. And you look happy." Rosemary, I love you. Thank you for that kind words. Thank you so much. I know it's not part of the topic, but it just really made me happy. And yes, I am happy. I'm grateful. I am so grateful. Anyway, back to the matter. Back to the matter. Let's switch back. Let's switch back. Welcome back. It's still Real Women, Real Talk with me, your host. I'm Kiki Okewale. And this evening, we're talking about New Year, fresh start, what nobody tells you. And we've been talking about a couple of things, and my time is running fast. Anyways, for me, I feel like success is not about the time on the clock. It's not about suffering through a routine that doesn't fit you. Success is about working with yourself, not against yourself. Write this down. Success is about working with yourself, not against yourself. It's about showing up at your best time, not copying someone else's schedule. Did you hear that? So if you are a night owl trying to force yourself into morning person habit, or you're naturally an early riser but staying up late because you think that's when the magic happens, just stop. Just stop. Listen to your body. Honor your reading and watch what happens when you stop fighting yourself every single day. All right, so that's number one. Remember, I said I wanted to share three things, right? Let's do number two. Number two, and this one really got me last year. Ah, Kiki, Hilode, are you Jehovah Jireh? Eh? Are you the Messiah? This number two, this year, I am not saying yes to everything. Ejo. Oh God.